Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
You are now tuned in to the Revolution Radio Show.
Yo, what it is and what it do. It is Thursday, February the 4th, and you are officially tuned into the Revolution Radio Show. I am your host, Jay Love. I am joined, as always, by the two super women. I got Miss Melian in the building. How you doing this afternoon?
Woo woo. What's up, Jay? What's up, Cherie? Happy Thursday.
It's actually early evening. It's not afternoon. But anyways, Cherie Marlene, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thank you.
I'm excited for another day. We live on the radio all over the Inland Empire, all over the world. Peoples is watching us live. Hello to everybody in internet land. We, on whatever other medium you checking us out. We appreciate you. As I was saying, this is February 4th. It is officially the 4th day of Black History Month. I'm going to beat y'all with this Black History Month, so just get used to it. You know what I mean? I'm going to beat you with the Black History Month all month long. You're going to get Black History fact. Today, we're going to have a little bit of fun, though. I mean, not that, I guess not that it can't be fun, but we're going to have a little bit of fun today, because today I want to honor, we saluting every single day somebody that has made an impact, not just within Black culture, but within culture around the world, because Black history is world history. And so today I want to honor and salute literally one of the most successful executives in the history of the music industry. Happens to be a Black man from Gary, Indiana. He is also the most successful artist in history. Ladies and gentlemen, he has sold over 750 million albums worldwide and counting. Yes, I am talking about the one, the only, the incomparable, the dark skin, the light skin, Mr. Michael Jackson himself. People don't know this, but this is why I'm saluting Mike, because aside from the music, right? Here's what people don't know. Michael Jackson is, in terms of as an individual, is his estate to this day, he is the single largest owner of music publishing in the world. Sony TVT Publishing is the biggest music company in the world, right? Well, TVT Publishing is Michael Jackson's publishing company. He did a joint venture with Sony. You know what I mean? So literally to this day, his estate owns 50% of all Sony. Like, think about that. Like, that's everybody. Everybody. So salute to this king for having the wisdom to know that, the real power and the real money was in ownership of publishing and ownership of all these different, what's called intellectual properties. And so, to salute the king, I'm going to give y'all a little taste of one of my favorite joints of all time, ladies and gentlemen. This is Michael Jackson. You dig? You ain't ready for this because I'm taking you off the wall. Guess what? I don't get it. Woo! That was Michael Jackson.
Such a good song.
Everybody was jamming.
Right?
Yo, like I said, I'm saluting the king. He will always be the king of pop, regardless of what you feel. There's no denying, people got their different opinions about Mike, but there's no denying that dude is the greatest of all time. So that's our Black History salute today on February the 4th. So that being said, yo, Miss Cherie Marlene, what's good? What's up in the news today? Talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
There's a couple things I know we haven't talked about, but a few days ago, this week, Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell passed away from stage 4 cancer. So
that was crazy. That's Screech.
Mm-hmm.
That's Screech.
Saved by the Bell.
I feel like we all grew up with that crew. Saved by the Bell crew.
Absolutely. Right? Or we're just aging ourselves. I don't know. But that's like my childhood, watching Saved by the Bell.
No, absolutely. And I even graduated the same year that they graduated, that group from Bayside High, when they did their graduation special, like literally the same year I graduated. So I feel like,
what was Mario Lopez character name again? Zach's friend on the show?
Slater.
Slater.
Slater was a sexy one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mario Lopez.
If that's what
that's what you're into, I guess, huh?
I mean, if you like ripped muscles.
Jay, who were you into? Were you into was it Kelly? There was Kelly.
I was
Jessica.
into both. I was into both Kelly and
Lisa Turtle.
Yeah, Lisa Turtle. What was her name? Voorhees. It was her last name was Voorhees. I can't remember her first name.
No, Jessica. No, was it?
No.
I think he's trying to think of Lisa Turtle's real name. Is that what you're trying to think
Lisa Turtle's real name. Yeah, she went by Lisa Turtle, the black girl, but it was
okay,
something.
yeah.
But her real name is something Voorhees. Now I'm gonna say I should go to Google. We got technology. I should go to Google. You know what I mean? But anyways,
okay.
I was into her and into Kelly. But Kelly, no shade. But I be looking at some people my age, and I'm like, we all age differently. We was talking about this a couple days ago, but
yeah.
Has she not aged well?
I mean,
we got the high pitch.
I have to see it now. How does she look now? What do you?
Dang it! I wish you would have had a photo ready.
Okay, let me say this, and I'm gonna sound so bad for saying this.
Too late.
First of all, there's nothing wrong with being a mom. Okay, moms are amazing. Moms are wonderful. Yes, moms are beautiful, but she looks like a mommy. Like she was the hot chick. You know what I mean? And now she just looks like a soccer mom.
But you know what? I feel like I can understand that when you've had so much pressure, though, like this is a mom defending a mom, right? If you had so much pressure of being in the limelight and having to look a certain way, diet a certain way, all those pressures, I feel you might get to a point where you're like, I'm going to live. Forget everybody else. I've already made a name for me. I've made my money. Now I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my life.
Yeah. And then, sometimes when people do things.
As she should.
Right? Like she can let her be a soccer mom.
No, she can. But sometimes when folks do work, allegedly do work on themselves, it doesn't look fully natural. Allegedly.
So you're saying she looks real. I need a photo. Like she looks overdone.
I mean, you're gonna have to see.
You're talking about like surgery. You're talking about like implants and
stuff. I'm just saying she just, the aging process hasn't been, first of all, it doesn't matter. Ladies, all of you age wonderfully. We just age differently. Some of us age differently. That's all. Some of y'all age with Jesus. Some of y'all age in the Lord, That's how the church ladies used to say
now
stuff.
My question is, because I'm literally about to Google her right now, but is her face just like she's had too much filler? Is it too puffy?
Something like that, but because she always had a round face anyway.
Correct.
She always had a round face. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think, I mean, again, I don't know that this lady had fillers.
How do you guys feel about lip fillers? Like Jay, is that something you're into, or Cherie, when you see other girls with like lip fillers, is that like, oh, that's weird, or what lip fillers?
Who you want to answer first? Because I'm,
All right.
Go ahead, James.
Go ahead, Cherie Marlene. What you think about lip fillers?
Go ahead, James.
So I will say this. First of all, ladies, I'm not real big into plastic surgery in general. Like, I don't think women should. I'm not. I've never been a big fan of plastic surgery. A little, I understand sometimes a little. What's this thing right here? The crow's feet, or I don't know, the number 11. That's what they call it.
Botox and units. That's what you're talking about. Botox.
Yes. Okay, a little bit, but not looking surprised. Like, don't be like this all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe a little something, but even like there's just something about the lips that it has to be very little, or it never looks natural. Like, very few people know how to do it where it looks natural, right? Okay. Most people, they be going and they lip be way up, just way up. They lip be on some whole other.
Like their top lip looks like a bottom lip, huh?
Yeah. So me personally, I'm not the dude who likes plastic surgery stuff. You know what I mean? Like, wifey did it a little bit in the lips, and I was like, I mean, it didn't look, because, it didn't look bad. You feel me? But I was like, you ain't got to do that no more. Like, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I know, like I said, this stuff right here, but then they do too much. I think it's addictive. I think I've heard is like tattoos. Like, I'm addicted to tattoos, right? And most people who get tattoos, you get like, once you get one, you want more and more and more. And that's what I've heard.
How many you got, Jay? How many tats you got?
Oh, right now, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And that's the right side of his body. That's the right side. Okay, the other side.
But no, I mean, I want to get full sleeves, my whole chest done, my whole torso, everything, my back. It's just, when do I have the time to sit somewhere for 3-4 hours, 5 hours at a time and not do nothing? Well, maybe now during COVID, but then COVID.
I'm all COVID.
Anyways, yeah.
2020.
So it's like this whole thing. Plus, now I gotta wait a year or 2 years before I get my next tattoo. At least a year for sure, because of all the medications I'm on.
Got it.
I'm gonna be super bleeding because I'm on blood thinners, right? Because of my heart, from my heart. So I can't do stuff that bleeds. So I might bleed to death if I'm trying to get a tattoo.
So I would like to know, Melian, your opinion, if you don't mind, before I share mine, because I'm gonna share my opinion on it.
With like lip fillers, like don't those things like not like fully last, right? I think they last like a couple months, kind of thing, in a way.
Yes. So there's there's a couple. Different.
I think overall, there's.
Go ahead.
What are the couple different kinds? No, what are the couple of different kinds?
From my understanding, because I'm not fully educated in it, but there are some that last longer. There's some that are permanent, and there are other types of product you could use that, to your point, last like 6 to 8 months. But
okay.
So what are you for?
I gotta talk carefully because I got friends that have them and everything. They might be tuning in. So no, but in general, I think beauty is inside in the eye of the beholder. But I guess certain people do it because to have more confidence in themselves. And I feel like, I guess if it gives you a little more confidence, kind of go to live life, then I guess. But I wouldn't personally do it. But I don't really like judge too much if somebody else has it done. If that answers your question.
So it does, yeah. No, I mean, we're just talking about opinions, right? So
yeah.
I do them. I do it consistently. So with me though, I can go like once a year, once every 8 months, because the product stays in my lips. I am against the fake look. So you're right. You have to go to someone that knows what they're doing.
And not do too much.
And not do too much. And that is the thing, that it doesn't become addictive, right? Or it doesn't become this pressure that you have to look a certain way for other people. It has to really be for you. And I'm all about self-maintenance, whether that's facials, whether that's, to what you guys are saying, a little bit of Botox, because it does preserve. It's a preventative. And I've worked for a doctor who, he and his wife got Botox, and I was just picking their brain about it. This was before, because I've had Botox as well. And I was like, well, what is it? And he's like, it's a preventative, and you really should do it before the deep lines. And again, that's a temporary thing. So I don't know that I would do like permanent crazy stuff, because that's scary to me. But as far as things that are just maintenance, what I would consider maintenance, I think it makes you feel good. You want to do it.
So what's the downfall of Botox besides like it's super expensive? Like what's the downfall? Besides, or like Jay said, like looking surprised. Like what's another like downfall?
So my joke all the time is like, I mean, I don't see a downside at all. Like I used to always do this, and I'd get like this frown, like my face started like to droop because I'm just super animated and expressive. So I naturally started getting like a lot of lines, and that does make a difference. And it's funny because the same people that tell me, oh my gosh, your lips look amazing, or not knowing I've ever done anything, right? Or, oh my gosh, you look so young for your age, will be the same people like, I like natural beauty. I'm like, it takes a lot of work to be naturally beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it is maintenance. Naturally, things are going to sag. You're going to have the lines. And I've had friends that it's hereditary. They have the deep lines here, and they go and they do little touch-ups, and they literally look 10 years younger. Like it's insane. And to me, if that is a confidence booster, I mean, I remember when I was super unhappy in my life, I looked aged. And as soon as I got happy on the inside, it did shine from the inside out. So it's
like when you look good, you feel good, all that.
Yeah, exactly. Like let's talk about fake lashes. I had them for 4 years. They made me feel fabulous, right? Was it necessary? If I blinked fast enough, could I end up flying away because it just became more and more and more and more aggressive? Absolutely. But it made me feel good. And therefore my personality was bigger and brighter. So I could care less about anyone's opinion. I did it because it made me feel good. So
yeah, there you go.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Speaking
of
of like
coming around looking super surprised, because I'm gonna clown you. I'll be like, what's up?
I'll be like, you guys right now. Okay, it just takes a couple days to go down.
It's not just the girls that do the crazy things. Should we tell them what somebody recently did that, getting on his forehead?
Oh my God, what do you think that was about? And why did I just draw a blank with his name? But the
Lil
diamond.
Uzi Vert. Lil
Yes.
Uzi Vert.
Did you
Oh,
guys see that? $24
Please.
million.
Hey, I got a lot to say about this.
It was a pink diamond. Like it is all over the internet.
Okay, first of all, did anyone certify that that's a $24 million diamond?
That's what I want to know too, right?
I need some certification. You know what I mean? I need to see some quality. You know what I mean? I need to see some VS, some VVS. You know what I mean?
Like I'm touching my forehead right now. It's not that much space from your skull. Like I don't know.
Like it could be a pink piece of plastic. You dig? Like I don't know if I believe that's because look, here's the thing. Look, there's rappers have been getting robbed for years for their chains.
So that's what I'm saying. Like is his whole head insured? Like I don't get it. Like I don't understand.
Yo, people are coming for his head. You think I'm
literally?
He can't go to the hood. He can't go to the hood ever again, ever.
But you know what I always see? He always has security around him. So,
for $24 million, if that's a $24 million diamond, like that's a whole, like, look, your whole security getting shot up for $24 million diamond. Like,
I feel like your security might plan something for $24 million.
But I mean, like what is that? Like, is that like okay, we get it. We keep hearing it's a flex, right? But like, why?
Look, again, I don't believe. I'm gonna be the one that said I don't believe it's a $24 million diamond. Because first of all, I don't think he got that kind of money to blow on it. Like he got money, but he ain't got that like $24 million on a diamond. Come on, that's like a whole different kind of tax bracket.
So do you think he's lying to us or his
absolutely he's lying to us. Or to somebody. He lied to somebody.
His jeweler's lying to us? You think his jeweler's? You think
we didn't hear from his jeweler?
So what did he do? Just have like his publicist come out and say he did this?
No, he took a picture that he had it in. Like, okay, cool. Who did like I said, I need to see some papers. I need some certified. I need Jacob the jeweler. You know what I mean? The what's his name? The Asian dude from Houston, the gone over there with the little thing.
Johnny Dang. What's up, Johnny Dang?
Yeah, Johnny Dang.
We definitely. I just want to say I'm manifesting this right now. We gonna work together, Johnny Dang. My son Vietnamese uncle. I'm just saying that.
Word. I need some pieces for real. You know what I mean? Hey, remember we met him in Magic, Cherie, when we was at Magic filming Reach Magazine. And you don't remember. Anyways, yeah, me and J.O. was all excited.
Where'd y'all meet him? He just came to the station or something?
At the Magic Convention. At the Magic Convention.
We were in Las Vegas. Yeah. We met a lot of people. We met a lot of people there. And
so yeah, he was definitely iced, the little 4'11" iced out. Being the beast dude. But so I'm just saying, Lil Uzi Vert can't never come to the hood. Cause I know homies right now that if he go to the hood, that's it. He's losing his head. Like, word, he's losing his head tomorrow if he come to the hood. Like I know homies that will take his head for that.
But it's so unique to say though. They
did it.
They'll try to sell. What if you try to sell it? Like that's that's kind of unique. That
black market. Exactly. Anyone who's doing it is a criminal. Anyone who does it is a criminal, and they already tied into the black market. So, and that's secondly, and if it is a real diamond, I need to know: is it a blood diamond? Like I want to know where you got your diamond from, homie.
That's
like
the other thing.
So so I'm not.
So was that just a statement to just get attention? Like that's just a big cry for attention?
Yes, this is me saying this. Yes.
I mean, there's no other reason.
He just want to be shining.
I just, man, okay. I'm just like, man, like I said, I don't know that Lil Uzi Vert got that kind of money.
You know what though? He has like a cult following. Like a lot of people love him. Obviously, a lot of fans and everything. So like now, my concern is like it's probably going to inspire others to do that. Get a diamond on their forehead.
To do what? Not spend 24 million on a diamond?
Nah, because you can't go less. That's the problem. Is you can't go less. You feel me? Like if the next person that does it, they'd have to be like, "Yo, this is a $37 million diamond." You know what I mean? Or a $56 million.
I definitely think that people like can go less. Maybe not like a big artist like Future or something, but somebody that looks up to Uzi Vert, they were like, "Oh yeah, I want to get a diamond." They're like, it's not 24 million, but it's 2 million.
They getting Cuban zirconia, or you ever heard of moissanite? Moissanite is that stuff a lot of rappers use. I'm fronting everybody out right now. It's the closest thing to a diamond that even some jewelers can't tell that it's not a diamond. It's called moissanite, but it's not a diamond. I just put y'all
So
on
it
game.
looks like a
So,
diamond.
oh yeah. Oh, the whole the light hit it. Bling, 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 bling. So those y'all out there who balling on a budget, go to your jeweler, and if you can't really get the blinged out bling like you want, just tell them, yo, psst, psst, hit me with that moissanite.
Do you guys feel like when people reach a certain level of success that like a mental thing happens for them, or a pressure to stand out? Like, do you think something happens to them mentally? Like, I know we've seen actors where that's happened, but I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand when people
There's
do
one
things like
person.
that.
There's
Go
one
ahead.
person I could think off the top of my head right now. Kanye West. I feel like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, well, here's the problem. Look, if you just tuning in, I gotta send this out. If you just tuning in, you listening to the Revolution Radio Show on 102.3 FM KCAA in the Inland Empire, worldwide, everywhere else. But check it out. Yes, Kanye. But look, the industry, here's what happens is the more successful you become, the more isolated you become. Your circle becomes smaller. And then all of a sudden people start telling you yes. No one wants to tell you no, no matter how ridiculous it is. You know what I mean? And so your sense of reality starts to dissipate. So, for example, I'll give a real example. Jennifer Lopez on her writer. For those of you who don't know what a writer is, it's like a request sheet that when you book an artist or something, it's what you have to provide for them backstage. So, like, you know, some people, a lot of rappers are famous for wanting like buckets of chicken. So, but Jennifer, like, no joke, Jennifer Lopez on her writer, not only is everything got to be white, but like every hotel room she goes to, they have to install a new toilet.
A new toilet,
like,
or a new toilet seat?
A new toilet. Like, she won't use like a brand. And again, in the big scheme of things, she's staying in 5-star places, whatever. You know, the cost of a toilet in the big scheme of things isn't, but still, just the fact that you got to install a brand new toilet, like that's if you book J-Lo.
She definitely ain't Jenny from the block, huh?
So, but here's the thing. What happens is because, you know, I've been around a little bit, you know, a little some. And here's what happens. Artists start putting stuff on their writer and they just keep pushing it to see what they can get away with. Like, you start like, I wonder if I ask for just all brown M&Ms. If they
okay. So are you saying, though, then that entitlement leads to mental illness? Is that what you're...
You're already mentally ill if you're an artist. Like, what allows artists, and I can speak as an artist, I've dealt with I've dealt with mental illness, you know what I mean, in my life. But it's what allows you to dig to like create is that you feel deeper than the average person, right? That's why a lot of artists deal with depression. They deal with these weird, like, why you think they get weirder and weirder and weirder? Because when you're broke, you can't explore all of the things that you're feeling just because it costs really to be weird. Just to be completely honest, right? It costs money to be weird at that level. But the more money you start to make, like, you could be like, yo, I want a llama. I want it. Like, I don't want to walk around with a little dog in my purse. I want to, you know what I mean? You can afford a llama because that's how you feeling on Tuesday. You know what I mean?
But that's still different to me than like mental illness. Because when I think of mental illness of people that have been maybe exposed for a long time in the industry, I think of like people, and I know everybody still loves her, but she's still a little bit off to me. And I love her. I think she did great. Britney Spears. She's still a little bit, but again, you know, and then there's rumors that her father's keeping her crazy, right? Because he's in charge of everything. So who knows with that? But
again, I mean, look, she got famous really young, right? Yep. And you like, it's hard for an adult to come into a lot of money really fast, right? So that's just one part of it, money, right? Then there's fame. Like, fame is the craziest drug on the planet, right? It's crazier than heroin, it's crazier than meth or whatever. The fame,
meaning you experience the high, so you always need that fix.
Yeah, because what happens is when you lose yourself in your persona, right? When you become a persona, like, you're chasing that fix every day. So, you know, you're not always going to be at the top. Like, everyone has their seasons, right? You might be famous forever, but you ain't going to be hot forever. That's the difference. You will be famous for your whole life, but you won't be hot for your whole life. And so when you're used to the adoration and just the peak, and then all of a sudden one day it's not, like, how do you deal with that? Like, what class do you take? You know what I mean? What online course can you take to be like, yo, people ain't feeling me like that no more? You know what I'm saying? And then You know, and then now, like I said, you have means to just do really stupid things, and you have no accountability like a normal person, right? Because people around you will, because they, you know, you're a paycheck for a lot of people, right?
Or,
So
it's
whatever it
like
is
a
to
lot
keep
of
you
people
happy,
start treating you different. Yeah. A lot of people start
Yeah, so
treating you
you crave
different.
that. Like you almost find you find your value in your fame, right? So as soon as no one's like not talking about you anymore, you suddenly feel like you lost yourself, right? Because you became that so strong that who are you without it? I mean,
Did you guys
another
exactly.
ever
person.
see the Lady Gaga document? I think it was on Netflix. She had like a
No, I
document
haven't.
kind of out.
Documentary.
Yeah, so check that out. I forgot the name of it. We gotta definitely check it. But it's Lady Gaga. She kind of like she's going to the studio. She does a show, and there's thousands. Obviously, you guys know Lady Gaga. Thousands of people screaming her name. They're like literally
Right.
pulling her arm or pulling her dress, and like just so pandemonia. And then she goes home, and it's like quiet. And like the documentary shows that too. It's like quiet, peaceful, and then like she kind of mentions that too. Like you have to kind of ground yourself and like just because of all that, like you don't want to get too high off the drug of fame, like you say, Jay. Like you said, Jay,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
like
that's
and
true.
I
one
mean,
of the biggest drugs.
because look, I mean, I've tasted little bits. Like I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm whatever. I'm nobody, whatever. But like part of my craziness, like if it wasn't like if I'm telling you, if I was super rich and super famous, I would have had either a white tiger or a lion, like for real. But because I was broke, I'd be like, tell my crew, like, yo, I want a lion. They'd be like, Jay, you stupid. Right? They could tell me that because I'm broke. Like, what I'm gonna do? I'll be like, you right, because I can't get one anyway.
They're not
But
in
if
a
I was
position to agree with you.
right,
And
they not in a position to like, be like, yeah, that's a dope. But if I'm like uber rich and uber
yeah,
famous, if you tell me no, I'll get somebody who's gonna tell me yes and go get it for me. And
yeah,
damn near lose their arm bringing me my pet lion because I just felt like, I want to
you're
be Joe Exotic and be
you're
the
liger.
Tiger King. Yeah, I want a liger so
You're a
bad.
liger.
A big white liger, like for real, on a chain like a dog. Like, you know how gangster that would be? Like just walking down the street with a liger. See,
You
But
like
as a
I feel
I'm
pet,
like
for real.
or
Yes.
I
Do you
really feel like
see?
we lost him for a second. Did you feel that? Like he
Because
really envisioned himself famous with walking
yes,
down the street with the liger.
not just that. I wanted to buy a tank. Like I was like, yo, forget a Bentley, forget a Rolls Royce. Like, yo, it'd be so gangster if I could roll down the street in a tank. Like
Kanye, I
these are
think got a
real.
tank, right? Kanye got a tank.
Yeah, these are real. Yeah, but he can. I can't do that yet. Like these are thoughts that I really have in my head. Like,
Oh,
yo,
I
don't
love
let
that
me.
you said yet. That's right, James.
You know what I mean? Yo, like
Yes.
I like what song plays in my head? Wait till
Mm.
I get my money right.
Yes,
Then you
Kanye.
can't tell me nothing, right? That was like, because look, I met not like I know Kanye, but I met Kanye like before he was like Kanye way back, like when he was just a producer. And Kanye, like this is what people think: money doesn't change you, fame doesn't change you, it amplifies. It's an amplifier. Like Kanye was already Kanye. He just didn't have the ability and the means to be this person, this enigma that we see now.
So that's
Right.
interesting
Yeah.
statement though, just really quickly, because yours, based on what you're saying, then they're always that. It just pulls it out of them because they have the means. You don't think it actually changes them then. It's who they
It
always
don't
were.
change you. Money don't.
Really?
That's the misconception people have. Money doesn't change you. Fame doesn't change you. It amplifies who you are. So like if you're a really nice person, you get money, you're gonna be a super, super nice person because you got money. If
Then
you're a
why hasn't
jerk,
I think it
Jesus
you're gonna
can.
be
allowed
a
me
I
to
think
be
it
rich
can
yet
change
then?
you. Yeah, I think it can
Right.
no,
change you.
you
I
know
see
who
what
it
you mean though.
changes?
Like
I
it
think it fades.
amplifies you.
Yeah.
Like if you kind of bougie already, and then you get money, you're gonna be even like more
Uber
bougie.
bougie. Yeah, you're gonna be way bougie. But you know who it changes?
But it
It
can
doesn't
change you.
change you.
Like you
No,
can start like really.
no, here's who it changes. It changes the people
Go
around
ahead.
you.
No, I
That's
don't
who
know
it
though, because
changes.
okay, so you know how to me you might get into things you never would have gotten into before because you might have so much money that you're now faced with temptations you wouldn't have been faced with before. So in that regard, it leads you down a path you would not have otherwise been down without that money. So in that regard, I agree that it does change you. But going back to James, maybe that desire was always there. You just never had the resources to
Yeah,
do that,
look, money
and
opens
you didn't
up
even know.
doors. No, all money does is it opens up doors. You ain't got to walk through them. Money just opens up doors. Like, okay, if you take someone like Keanu Reeves, right? Keanu Reeves is notoriously a super generous, loving, like, you know what I mean? Like this dude, like you hear stories about him and it's like, wait, he what? He bought somebody a house. Like, did he know them?
Wow.
No. Like, you know what I mean? Like just on the low, he doesn't broadcast nothing because that's just Keanu Reeves. That's just who he is. You know what I mean? Like, so it just people have to understand is that like the entertainment industry is so crazy. Like it really is the belly of the beast. And like people in the entertainment industry will allow you to do anything you can think of. They will be like, yeah, go for it. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna say who, but years ago when I was managing some artists, we were signed on a major label. And we were at this like this industry function, right? For these two, like really, because it was for a movie premiere, right? For these two, they were the biggest twins. I just kind of gave some stuff away, but yeah, I didn't get the hint. Anyways, they was the two biggest twins from San Francisco. That's all I'm gonna say. You'll get it. You know what I mean?
Who's that? Mary Kay and Ashley?
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing about them. But I remember these girls weren't even 18 years old yet, and we went to a not allegedly.
You're just telling us the story. You're just
saying a story, and like, but like, story. Literally at this function that was for two minors, right? There was every drug of imaginable on the planet, like on trays, like if it was like hors d'oeuvres, like, you know what I mean? And like, I'm from the hood. I was like, y'all could do this. Like, I was nervous because, like, you know, I dealt drugs 100 years ago, you know, but it was always in hiding. Like it was in dark alleys and, you know, parked cars and, you know what I mean? Like I ain't never did nothing out in the open. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, oh, you just bringing a tray? Like, just like, that's what you doing with it? Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like the entertainment industry is crazy.
Okay, but then it goes back to Melian's earlier point, right? Money does change you because there's no two minors that are going to regularly have that placed in front of them. And all it takes is one sample of it to become addicted and to have that exposure. So I go back to money definitely.
It definitely changes. I think it's both. Yeah. I think, yeah, it amplifies who you are, but then, it definitely changes you. Like, you definitely start feeling some type of way. Even if you don't want to change, you just kind of change because, like you said, Jay, your surroundings are different. Things start happening. It just changes you automatically, kind of. You don't even notice you're changing. But you know who's someone I look up to that's been famous since he was young, and like he's, you know, from my perspective, he's a great man of God, and is Romeo, Lil Romeo, Master P's son.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, he posts up
Lil
like
Romeo
does have a good head on his shoulders. Like,
he does. He has a really good head on his shoulders. Like he stays out of like drama. You don't hear like crazy things about Romeo. You know what I mean? So no, I hear what you're saying. You know,
I feel like there's a few people I feel like that have stayed pretty level-headed and didn't let fame sway them.
But again, it goes to who's around you. Like, you know, he was his father grounded him. You know what I mean? Like he had a good like it's your circle is so important. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
solid foundation.
It's like the old saying, show me who your friends are and I'll show you who you are. You know what I mean?
So powerful.
The future,
That is so
and Cherie, you had a post on your story.
Yes.
Like that too. You had a post on your story. Like, surrounding yourself. It's about surrounding yourself with the right people, definitely. Because they're giving you advice, right? They're talking to you. Their words are going through your head and in your ear. So it's very important to have people that are good. Like, you know, that got your best interest.
Absolutely. And then it's not a competition. And I think that's hardest, I feel, with women, right? Because it's that more of that competition. But I feel like it took me a while to realize that because I would always just want to be friends with everybody. But it took me a while to realize, no, like you cannot call everybody friend. Not everybody is going to have your back. And I need people in my life that don't see me as a competition, but can understand we're all uniquely built. You cannot call everybody friend. Not everybody is.
Oh wow, my bad, y'all. My bad, y'all.
That's everybody tuning in.
That's everybody tuning into the situation. So
thank
that's
you.
everybody
tuning in for sure.
So I will tell you too, Melian, really quickly. That's why I was so excited to have you on board. I love boss women. I love boss men too, but boss women and women just uplifting each other because we all just have something different to offer and provide for other women out there, men too, but it's just we're all so different. So there's a different relatable aspect. So I'm super,
Yes.
super, super excited to have you part of all of this. I just need to say it again. You'll probably
Thank
hear me say
you.
it more.
I feel
Well,
honored.
look,
Thank
I
you
know
guys for having me.
I know we're we went on a tangent off of the little Uzi Vert.
We really did.
You know what I mean? But I know you had another there was something else that had happened in the news real quick. But before we do that, we got Million brought me the heat. You know what I mean? I'm excited. This is one of my favorite songs right now. It's a new song.
I know you love Fat Joe, and this is definitely a vibe. I love the positivity in this song, in this video.
Yeah, it is. It's that fire. Yeah, I'm gonna buy me a horn. I need a bam, bam, bam. I need that. Because we need to do that. New song alert.
You know what?
Bam, 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 bam.
DJ Khaled is actually on this, so you can actually say another one.
Yeah, this is another one. So I'm so excited that Million brought this because this song is so fire to me. I've been listening to it like since I first heard it. I want to go get a silk shirt right now and let the buttons down and rock my chains with you know what I mean, on a boat somewhere. You dig? So this is that new Fat Joe and DJ Khaled. I hope y'all enjoy it. This is the Revolution Radio Show coming to you live on 102.3 FM, KCAA in the Inland Empire, worldwide, everywhere else. We'll be back in just a moment. Yo, that was that new Joey Crack, Sunshine.
Sunshine. That's actually the number one song in urban radio. Yeah, that's the number one song in urban radio. That's just a whole vibe. I love that song.
I love it.
Shout out to Fat Joe, DJ Khaled, also Amorphous as well was on that.
Yeah, look, I worked with Cool and Dre back in the day. Them dudes is really cool. You know what I mean? Them dudes is like super, that whole Miami feel, that whole Miami sound. Welcome to me. I'm just feeling all of that. Yo, so let me say this. Have y'all
been to Miami? I've never been to Miami.
Yes.
No, I haven't been to Miami. I want to go to Miami. I've never been on my list.
Here's what you got to understand. You got to learn how to be a chameleon. See, the cool thing about my look is that when I'm in New York, depending on what neighborhood I'm in, I'm Puerto Rican or I'm Dominican. When I'm in Miami, I'm Cubano. Tú sabes, coño, tú. Hey, you know what I mean? So Miami's super dope. I love Miami. Like, Miami is crazy. Yada dig. If you just tuning in, you listening to the Revolution Radio Show. I am Jay Love. I got Cherie Marlene and Miss Melion with me. And that was just Fat Joe and DJ Khaled with Sunshine, apparently the number one song on urban radio. It might be the number one song on this show because we're going to play that every day. Like, I love that song. That's like a theme song.
It's such a good vibe.
Agreed, right?
And it's dope because honestly, it had no curse words in it. And it was so hard to like actually find a dope, song and video with, like you said, Jay, yesterday, like with no curse words. So
because everybody just feels like they just gonna curse. Like, now that everybody cursing, that's what they do. They just curse all the time. And you know what I mean? It's like, what about the kids though? The children's.
It doesn't it doesn't matter anymore. Like, TV is so not what, like, going into TV, let alone music, right? Music's the worst, but TV is terrible. So terrible.
Now it's I mean, I can't lie though. I curse in my music sometimes. I can't even front, like, sit on here like I don't curse like that.
We have to pray for Million. We have to pray for Million.
I want to be dear Lord. No, just kidding. No, I mean, but sometimes it's art. Sometimes I like when it you can use it to creatively express yourself, but like when it's like every other word or like in every bar, like you can't like every song's like beep beep, like you got to beep it out. Like that's like, to me, it's hard to enjoy, or like it's hard to play on the radio straight up.
Yeah, no, I like, we've been having, speaking of that, if you listening right now, if you're an artist, artists, we're looking for new heat. We trying to break some artists. So send it, send something to me or send it to Melion. You can hit me on Instagram at JLoveOfficial, or you can hit Melion at VH1Melion. Well, look, starting next week, we're gonna do every week we're gonna have a top 10 countdown of the top hottest hits. We're gonna do a battle of the beats. We're gonna do a love it or leave it. So if you out there listening, or an artist, tell them to get at us, because we looking for that heat for real. Because where else is somebody gonna break your stuff on the radio? It don't exist no more. Back in the day, there's not even mix shows no more. Back in the day, Sway and Tech used to have the hottest mix show on the West Coast. You know what I mean? Stretch and Bobito on the East Coast. There was people all over. In every market, there was people at least doing mix shows where you could hear local artists. If that ain't happening now, except for on the Revolution Radio Show. Holla at your people. You dig? I'm feeling real excited right now, except I'm still mad at that diamond in the head. That's not a diamond. I'm still
No,
gonna
you can't
You
figure
know
say
it
that
what?
out.
though.
We
What
should
if
have
it
had a
really is a diamond? What if it really is a diamond though?
I
That'd be
don't care.
crazy.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's still crazy, right?
These folks is ridiculous. Look, one song that definitely is not gonna play on here. Have you seen the new Meg Thee Stallion and Lil Baby joint?
Oh, the video, yeah, that was a crazy video.
Whew. Yo, it's worse than WAP.
You think
Is
Like,
so?
it? Oh
yeah,
God.
I thought WAP was wild, but this one, like, I like, ooh, like some of the stuff she was saying, I felt, I was like covering, like, I don't, you know what I mean? I felt naked, like, I was like, what's going on? Like, people just pushing that envelope, just real, it just the older I get, like, I get more conservative, you know what I mean? And especially, I got a 9-year-old in the house, and I'm trying to keep this dude, holy for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like at least till he's 11. Like, but yo, it's hard.
Mhm.
Like that new man, it's just so. And then have you seen the new 2 Chainz joint too?
Which one?
No. Anyways, it's the new 2 Chainz talking about I'm old enough. He's saying the song, I'm old enough to something, but I'm young enough to or I'm young enough to do something, but I'm old enough to get with your mama. I was like, don't come around
Oh, you
my hood
talking about
talking
that
about.
new Can't Go For That? Is
Yeah,
that the song?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Ty
was
Dolla
that
Well,
sample. Yeah, that sample's fire.
yeah, that sounds
The
fire
samples.
though. But it's like it kind of goes with everything like we were saying, but like the entertainment business but sex sells. That's what it is. It's the entertainment industry. Sex sells. Hate to say
Yeah,
You
it.
know
we
what?
did a whole show on that. Remember?
What else sells?
Jayla?
Yo, this CBD pain bomb from Queen Exotic.
Mm.
I'm just trying to tell you, this CBD pain
Yes.
bomb. You need to go to at Queen Exotics. That's Exotics with an XOTICS on Instagram. You need to go holler at her for all your CBD, needs. She got the drops, the lotions, the bath bombs, everything. I had to give a shout out real quick because she is a sponsor. So shout out to my girl
Definitely.
Queen Exotic at Queen Exotics. That's QUEENXOTICS on Instagram. So that being said, I want to say this one thing that was in the news real quick. As we kind of coming a little bit towards the close, we got a few minutes left, but there was a story, and because we're gonna touch on this later on, maybe
Oh,
next week or in the
yeah.
weeks to come. But there was a
Mhm.
story about an officer who committed suicide. Basically, he left a video, and I'm gonna play a real quick clip. It's a very small clip. It's the video he left before he committed suicide because he was tired of cops killing black people, but he's a cop himself. So here's a quick clip.
Wow.
It's powerful.
This needs to stop. This is my protest against police brutality and everything else that comes along with it in this broken, wicked, worldly system that does not give a damn about people. I don't know what it cares about, but it don't care about us. It truly don't.
So shortly after he released that video, and there was a previous video to that as well, where he was in his car, he actually shot himself in the parking lot of the police station. So it's just crazy talking about mental illness because, like I said, I definitely want to do a whole show talking about mental illness and the effects of it, because I think so many of us have dealt with it throughout our lifetimes. So many of us have traumas. I know we're going to get into that later. Our individual personal traumas that we experienced, whether it was as a child or even as an adult. And I think we're finally at a place in society where we can talk about these things. Like I know growing up, we just didn't talk about things, like everything was a secret. But I'm glad that we're finally at a place where people are open enough to be able to talk about the things that have happened to them, and it's okay because those things don't define you. They're a thing that happened, but they're not the definition of who you are. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to. The reason I want to say that is because just a prayer to, if you're out there, and this is just a personal thing, if you out there and you going through something, and you feel that you all alone, you're not. Reach out to. I promise you, the people around you care. I know sometimes it feel like they don't. And look,
Yeah.
I'm saying this on everything. Yo, if you feel like you ain't got no one to talk to, holla at me at J Love Official. Trust me, I read all of my stuff at J Love Official. I will, ladies, what I mean, get it Melian or get it Cherie. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because we will listen, like, because I know what it's like to feel like you're all alone, feel like you literally you're in a tunnel by yourself. And it's just, I think sometimes we need to just check on people. So if you even think somebody, or even if you don't think, if you think someone's okay, because a lot of times people mask it with a smile, right? Just check on your people. Just ask them legit, like, yo, how you doing today? You good? You all right? You need, because you never know, you might tap into something, that they weren't real, they weren't, necessarily looking to talk, but like because you touched something, they might open up to you, and you might be able to really make an impact in someone's life. So that one's for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're about 3 minutes away from closing here, but you ladies want to say something before we get out of here for the day? These shows go by fast.
So
Man, it flies
fast.
by. Yeah, I kind of
I just
along with what you were saying. I was always tell people I can't be there every time you want me to, but I'm always there when you need me. Like when you need me, I got you. I'm a phone call away. I'll pull up or whatever, because like you said, we'll get into it. And I had a good friend of mine. She, she committed suicide. So like, we all got those kind of stories, or a friend or something like that, or know
right.
someone close to us. So definitely mental health is very important. So like Jay said, anybody out there that's listening to us, definitely hit us up. All the fellas hit up Jay. All the ladies, you guys can slide in Cherie or my DM and just let us know that, you're kind of going through something, and we'll definitely try to help you however we can.
Absolutely. And I just quickly wanted to agree with all of that. And I just want to say, I think we should talk about future shows. I think we touched on a little bit just how depression in 2020. So I think with COVID, everything, I think that's a topic that should be ongoing. And I also just wanted to, again, thank all of our supporters. I want to give a shout out to everybody on my live. I know I've been looking, but I think it's important to just kind of incorporate everybody and just keep shouting out our supporters, because I appreciate all of you guys.
Yo, and shout out to my man Guy.
In.
Yeah, my man Guy, the ATM guy. Check him out at the atmguy.net. If you need an ATM in your business, if you got like a dispensary or a barbershop, holler at my man. But check it, before we get out of here, I want to remind you, you know what I mean? Look, if you got up this morning and you were breathing and you're relatively healthy, your arms work, your legs work, you know what I'm saying? Even if you chubby, it's all good. I'm pregnant myself, you dig? Like, yo, it's a blessing. You know what I mean? As long as you got breath in your lungs, even if things haven't worked out to this particular point in your life, you know what? If you're breathing, that means you could change the trajectory of where your life is going. You could change your destiny or set it in stone for yourself. You feel me? So with that being said, you know how I gotta leave it every time. Oh, real quick, we got a special guest tomorrow. Yo, we doing a special tribute to Tupac, and we got, the legendary Money B from the world famous Digital Underground crew. You know what I mean? So you got to tune in tomorrow, right? So without what? Anyways, without further ado, yo, I got to remind you, yo, reach for your best, reach for success, but most of all, reach for God, because God is love and love is everything. Yo, we love y'all, man. We out. We gonna see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. Holla.
Oh my.